Sounds good.
Alrighty. Hello everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of the final round of AF3 Season 10. We're here at Macau, coming back once again, third time's a charm. Will we have another shitfest, or are we going to actually see a great race? I say as Alfie Bevan caused an incident which would definitely not go down too well in the race. Are we going to see a shitfest, or are we going to see a race that actually provides some racing and not just a safety car procession? I'm here today with Redacted, joining for co-commentary, as Alfie Bevan absolutely destroys Master. Great stuff we got
Yeah,
here.
I was thinking to myself right after it happened, I was like, oh, he did a great job here. He's pulling over to what is the hyper inside of the exit of that corner. I was like, okay, if he just reverses down from there, he'll be fine. And then he goes forward back up into the hairpin.
Yeah, and then he does pulls off a big brain maneuver, as we call it in the business. But yeah, we're still in practice at the moment. But Redacted, you asked me before the stream started who my money is on, and I've had to be completely honest. And people are going to call me out for bias potentially, but I honestly believe Josh Brooks. I honestly believe he's got it. He's been pumping in some really, really good laps throughout practice. He currently holds the quickest lap. Jacques Olivier about 8/10 shy of 8/10 shy of him as it stands. So yeah, he's my favorite potentially. Alfie Bevan looks very strong as well, but as an outside bet as well, I think Kevin might have it. There you go. That's my ludicrous bet of the day. What do you think?
Well, I am with you right there with Josh Brooks. He is right now half a second clear of everybody. But I never count out Jack. He's a very talented driver. Always seems to win when it matters.
Not just when it matters, but whenever he wants to, even. But yes, yeah, it's kind of is just that battle. It's like you go into the quali session or race session, you think, oh, there's a new face, sort of at the top of the timing sheets. God, there's a lot of detail on this map. Goodness me. But you think, oh, someone's out ahead. Someone's, might has a chance of that win. But then you also got to count in Jack. No matter where he is on the grid, you got to be like, well, they're gonna have to go through that fella if they are to win this here race. But yeah, damn, I'd be very concerned if does Macau like actually have this big of a body of water? I'm very curious. So I find this very intriguing. But there you go. Anyways, quali is going to be getting underway very shortly. And yeah. Redacted, did you race here back in Season 4 when we had one of our infamous races here?
I have raced here a couple times. I don't remember what season numbers they were. I was in the Toyota Corolla like WTCC hatch.
Yes, that's the season I'm referring to, AF3 Season 4. Do you remember what the experience of that race was like?
Demise. I don't like this racetrack. It's probably because it's literally Taiwan, Monaco, but
yeah, pretty much. Well, Macau. It's but I get. Yes, I see what you mean. It's pretty much like Monaco, but the Asian version. I'd say it's very. I'd still find it very unique though. Like you have these massive high speed sections, which can be really interesting if you get like a good toe out of the penultimate corner, or a good exit. You can pull off some funky moves and can lead to big pileups. But no, I see what you mean. I guess these windy sections, not really a fan.
Yeah, the high speed sections of this track are really what saves it from being just another Monaco in a crap track you can't ever overtake at.
Yeah, like these sections here, overtaking here is very difficult. Like I don't think you really can pull it up. This whole section that Ali is coming through right now, nothing. Your hope maybe if you're able to get close enough to someone, you can send it, say on this corner right here. But even then, there's a lot of risk. So it's gonna be a really interesting one in race 2 with people holding each other up.
Yeah, I think in race 1 though, about probably about P8 down when they get to the hairpin, we'll have no chance after that because still just lose so much time in the hairpin as everybody gets stuck there.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got one of the features of our circuit, which people have been uploading at least a couple tutorials on how to do, the hairpin, known as the Melco hairpin. And that's going to be an interesting one for this race. I'm actually going to get like a nice camera view of said hairpin and watch as our drivers come through it. But yeah, this is always a very interesting one. And it kind of, this opening, the track widens by about almost 2-3 times. It begs you to just send it. Actually, you can't send it because you can't actually overtake in this section. Because overtaking here would actually be way too OP if you think about it. And whoever's behind can just send it up the inside, park their car, and essentially have the corner. So that's why here today, and I think in actually all GT races that they run here, they have a permanent yellow flag zone there. So there you go.
Actually, I'm pretty sure in like it's only yellow flag on lap 1 there in like real world GT racing.
Really? No way. Wow. Okay. I'm intrigued by that. And I wonder if
they definitely allow overtaking in Asian F3 there.
Oh, that is for, yeah, you're right. I was just thinking it was just GT stuff. But yeah, no, F3 you don't give no shits. As we're watching now, thank you for Captain Hayes has resubscribed for 3 months of Prime. Thank you very much. A loyal member of the Hayes family, I have no doubt. And of course their comment, Ben for the win, which I salute you, and I hope Ben has got some mean pace on him. He's a couple second and a bit off the kind of the top pace of Josh and Alfred Bevan at the moment, but you never know. You never know. Maybe some setup magic could help him.
You know, I got a little insider information in the voice chat before the race that Ben Hayes is abandoning river racing at the end of this season.
Is that so? He's abandoning for good.
He is going to Macau racing next season.
No way! That is insult. That's insult to injury. Funny you should mention those two teams, because those are the two teams that are realistically within a shout of winning the team's title for this season. I'm just going to get the have a look at the points real quick because Josh put them up in one of the channels. Let's see. So currently, Mr. Olivier's sits on 315 points, and Rivers sits on 288. Polaris are on 279, so they're mathematically still in it, but without Nemanja, it could be pretty much impossible for them to actually do it. But yeah,
that's saying something because Polybius took like a 3-week break to go to Germany in the middle of the season.
That is a very good point. He did just go off to Germany for a bit. Nemanja did a couple races in the meantime, but as Ali was telling me before the race, or telling the VC, he and Nemanja have only raced 2 races of the season actually together on track, which somewhat amusing. But I'm intrigued. So Diego apparently will be teaming up with Ben next season, so that'll be a really interesting combo. We're going to the Cupra, really, really good car. We've been enjoying that in one of the weeklies we've tried. And it's tried and tested. It's a solid car. Back to I think our usual thing of switching between single make and multi-make seasons, so that's to look forward to.
I also know who is teaming up with Josh next season to beat Diego and Ben in the team championship.
And who would that be if you are so inclined to tell us?
I believe Josh said it was former Newt driver Beevils.
Ah, intriguing. Interesting. It's always funny to see how stuff just switches around, you know, like how people can switch teams and whatnot. I remember there was a period when I used to do so much sim racing, and I was just River through and through. I have like I have a couple, 2 seasons worth of River Racing liveries from AF1, many for AF3, 2 for AF2, all over the place. Now I'm just sort of a free agent. I just do the AF2 races under my own sort of server day thing. So yeah. But there you go. I'll get back to our quali session at hand. Josh Brooks, as we prophesize, because we are both geniuses, me and Redacted, is currently at the top of the timesheet 2:27.5. I think this is the kind of track where it takes a good few laps to get it right. Wouldn't you think? It's a pretty technical one.
Yeah, it definitely takes time to get it right. But 2:27.5, that's going to be a tough one to beat.
That's already pretty much like, because Josh's time, keep in mind, was a 2:26.8 from last session. This time already puts him in second or third. It would have been in the last session. So he's got more time in him, I believe, and he will be hungry for that pole position. Thank you as well. Oh, Captain Hayes has gifted a tier 1 sub to you, Redacted.
Well, thank you, Captain Hayes. That was very generous of you.
That is very kind. That is very kind. Appreciating the absolute dedication to the Assetto Friends community. But there you go. So in the meantime, where is, let's have a look where Jack may be. Jack currently sitting on a 2:29.3. That time, I don't believe, is representative, in my opinion. Jack was on the mid 2:28s. The practice session is Josh proceeds to invalidate his lap, and Alfie Bevan, in the meantime, has put himself to the top of the timing sheet. Currently sets off on another lap and is already 2/10 up. Thereabouts, after just going through the high-speed section so far. Loses a chunk of time after clipping the wall. Anonymous Cheerer has used 1 bit. Anon 1. Okay, well that's rather anonymous. Is that a bot?
And welcome to the chat, Anonymous Cheer. First time chat right there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll go on board with Alfie for a bit as he looks in the position to be setting a new fastest lap here. I honestly, you mentioned earlier you're not a fan of this track. I have always loved it. In the F3 car, this track, getting it right here was just, so damn good. Throwing that little single seater around, like honestly, you were just sliding around half of these sections on the absolute edge of grip, and that was great fun. The race was chaotic as hell, to be fair, and some interesting steward stream and appeals after that one. But I absolutely loved it in that one. I must still have a clip somewhere of an absolutely, in my opinion, for me, perfect lap I managed at the track. But yeah, I love Macau, and its narrow streets are pretty cool. Like, it's such a different setting, you know, like a fully Asian street circuit, you know, one of its kind. Do you think they'll ever do Formula E here? I doubt it.
Probably not. Not with the current generation of cars. Obviously, I mean, we're going into the next generation,
Which are even quicker.
But I don't know if they have the speed to make it down these long straights without just topping out.
You think? I mean, my concern beyond topping out, I mean, Formula E circuits, if you actually look at their layouts, generally aren't very challenging. They either seem to me to be very high speed or very low speed corners. Like, you don't have many like really challenging sections. A lot of 90 degrees as well. Like, either you're trundling through a corner, or you're like blitzing through when it's very long. And I feel a track like Macau that's not built for Formula E would be super difficult and would cause some massive crashes for those guys. And think about the instant torque you got with the electric power units too. So I don't know.
I also don't know if you could turn a Formula E down around the hairpin.
Very good point. I wonder if they have big. I mean, they're meant to do quite narrow stuff, but I think that hairpin might even be too much for it. Alfie Bevan, in the meantime, took about a 10th off his last lap. Still in first, solidifies his position. Jack Olivier has moved up, shuffled up to Josh. So we have BMW, Vauxhall, BMW in the top 3. Ali about a few tenths behind. What I was suspecting, to be fair, was quite a big spread of times. You know, when the track is 2.5 minutes long, you're going to get a spread of times, you know, inevitably. I think, you know, if we exclude maybe Mario Weigel as a bit of an outlier, Vivov's down at the bottom about almost 4 seconds off the leader as Jack Olivier shoots himself up into second place on our timesheets. Josh Brooks now down in third and out on a lap at the moment with his pace to prove.
Yeah, Jack Olivier went fastest overall in Sector 1 on that lap, 48.0.
Intriguing. He just needs to get all the rest right. And then
Josh Brooks on his lap is 3 tenths off of Jack through Sector 1.
I see. Oh yeah, that'd be if you can keep looking at those interval times and say whatever you want about those whenever you want, then that'd be awesome because I can only keep my eyes on so many things at once. But yeah, interesting. So Josh, a little bit off Jack on this current lap. But let's have a think about at least the championship at the moment. I mean, so you got Anto. I think is the real. I think Anto and Ben are going to be the real kind of deciding factors here potentially. If one of them can get up really high into those points and sort of nab some of the podium position, if two of either of those teams can get those podium spots or the top four, then that could be pretty crucial for River, especially. Say if there's a double podium, that could really put them into the running. If it's a double podium for the Oliviers, however, that could be the championship said and done. So I think it's Ben and Anto who are the real deal makers or deal breakers here.
I don't know. Maybe Ben already has a plan in with Macca to keep River off the championship this season.
Oh my! You think the conspiring has already begun even while he's still at River? Interesting. With the contract seemingly already agreed, there could be some mismatched incentives.
Josh Brooks, quickest overall sector 3, quickest overall to the top of the timing sheet.
We break into the 226s proper now. 226.894, almost as good as his absolute best, but that is a mighty impressive lap for Josh and catapults him above Alfie Bevan and Jack Olivier. The pace is certainly there. It's still holding up. Doesn't feel like sandbagging here for anyone further behind because it's 1 minute left. I'm seeing all these guys pull out the stops. Josh still on a lap. However, not going to let that rest. I mean, how could you when you've got Alfie Bevan, Jack, not really Ali, but those two gnashing at your heels behind you. 1/10 up just through that one corner alone.
Yeah, I was about to say he's on a lap and improving.
Yep, he certainly is. Little bit of a brush with the wall there. I'm going to go on board here because I want to watch this. You can see just how close he's getting to all these walls here. You really just got to have your heart in your mouth and take it. Oh, understeer there. That's really going to cost him. Yeah, that's his advantage gone in one corner pretty much. He's going to have to pray for a very good final sector here. Oh, perfect line through that corner. The margins are non-existent here. Very, very ballsy through that corner, but he's losing bits of time here and there. This will be Josh's final lap attempt, but he's losing these little bits here. You can see just how difficult it is here at Macau. Into the Melco hairpin he goes. Back on the power as soon as possible. Not really gaining much there either. Josh coming to the last sort of part of the lap. Can he pull anything out of the bag? Is there anything left for him?
Alfie Bevan slightly quicker than Josh this lap.
Oh, is he? Oh, intriguing.
Yep. Slightly, just 0.2.
So Josh's lap is pretty much said and done, but we're going to go on board with Alfie Bevan. Actually, where's Jack at the moment? Jack and Alfie, not that far apart from each other. We're going to go with Jack for the time being. Keep an eye on their sectors. How are they looking? Is Jack improved?
Jack did not improve in Sector 1. However, his Sector 1 time is still 0.2 quicker than Josh's Sector 1 time.
I see. Oh, Jack has most certainly lost it, but he could mess Alfie Bevan's attempt up. No, he will not in the end. Alfie Bevan, however, is pretty much on his delta. He's going to need to pull out a 10th or 2 here in the final couple corners. Is he going to be able to do it perfect here through the second to last corner? Oh, it's going to be so tight. He's just picking up more and more tenths here in the final corner. It's going to be all about this final corner for Alfie Bevan. Is he going to be able to snatch pole away from Josh? He clatters the barrier and loses it.
Oh, no.
Oh, he had it. He had it. He was up 4 or 5 tenths.
Yeah, I was just thinking there. He didn't get far enough inside on that last corner.
No way. He did not. No, that was honestly a nail biter of a quali session. Watching that delta go up and up and up and just go right past Josh's And then in the final moment, he snatched it away from us and binned
But
it in the wall.
importantly, we do have Ben Hayes P5 over Anto P8. That, like you said earlier, that's probably going to be the deciding factor in this championship. The second drivers on these teams.
It will indeed. It's pretty crucial at the moment. So you got Josh leading, Jack in third, Anto down in 8th. So currently, Advantage River on the start here. They need to make up 27 points. But keep in mind, we got 2 whole races. And between, 2 drivers, you could score a hell of a lot of points, So there you go. I need to be reminded.
Hold on, just DDoS and the entirety of France's internet.
Sounds like a plan. Let me try Sporting Regs say what the point systems are, because I can never remember for the life of me how the actual ones are. Yeah, AF3. So I'm gonna try maths this one a little bit. So at the moment, currently, if it was to finish how it is right now, we've got 1st and 5th. So we've got 25 points. So 26 points for Josh and Ben, and then we have what is it? 3rd and 8th. So we have 20. No, sorry, we have 36 points for the river racing, in this case, and we have 24 points for Macau. So that'll be a game.
It's an 11-point shift.
There'll be a 11. I thought it was 12.
12. Sorry, 12.
Yeah, 12-point shift that would be. So that would then put them up. This is again, if it finishes exactly how it is. This is completely, irrespective of anything that could happen. But yeah, so if that happens, there's a 12-point bump up, and it goes to a 12. It goes only to a 15-point gap going into the final race. And depending on that, how that goes, I think it could be really quite fascinating here. So we go to the grid now. Let's take you through our starting order, because we really haven't focusing on the people further back very much. Sorry, it's been so close up at the front. Just had to stick to that. So lining up in pole position, we have Josh Brooks looking to snatch that championship away in the final race with his teammate. Alfie Bevan lines up 2nd, narrowly missing out on pole. 3rd is Jack Olivier, looking to continue his title dominance. Ali Adams just starts in 4th place, ahead of Ben Hayes, the important wingman in this title fight. Kevin starts P6, followed by Togo Turbo in P7. Anto, another crucial player in the championship battle, starting in 8th. Lucas Boyschel starts 9th, followed by Master in P10. Lucky 7 in 11th place. Vessel Vichat, or Weasel Witchcraft, as they were calling him in VC earlier, in 12th. V-Wolf starts 13th place, followed by Mario Weigel and G750 in 15th place to round out our field. And we're going to be getting underway very, very soon here at Macau. I'm going to see if I can get a slightly different camera angle, just so we can kind of watch this start from a different perspective. I'm going to try get something like this. I think this is what they usually get when it's Macau, right? Usually have some sort of camera angle like this.
I don't know. I can't say that I've ever watched a race at this track. Just crash highlights.
Because that's pretty much half of the story at this track. No, I've watched some racing here. They have good kid TV direction. Sorry, you were gonna say?
Isn't this there was a female driver who got seriously injured at this track, right?
Sophia Flörsch launched off another car, flew into a Marshall stand, I believe, had a broken back or a fractured spine or something very serious, but she's back in racing, I believe. Either way, 5 red lights, 6 red lights, and away we go. Sorry for that delay there, but Josh gets a good getaway off the line. Alfie Bevan follows him into the first corner, and Jack Levy slots him right behind. But Ali side by side with Jack. They come so close, but they stay all clean. All of them filing their way down to the first, or the second corner, first right-hander of the circuit. High speed. There have been some absolutely monumental crashes here in AF history. That is Jack flying into the barriers. Maybe a tab there from Ali. Maintains a lot of his pace. Stays in 3rd, but actually no, moves down to 4th. Not for long as Ali Adams just slides past him. Josh Brooks still leads as we go into the main section of the track. Everyone else behind looking to be all in order. Everyone making their way through. Anto, however, has dropped back to 11th place. We're going to be trying to follow the championship battle here quite closely, and that is this is
Alfie
exactly
Bevan
what Josh wants. Yeah, Alfie Bevan dropping places. You are correct. But he's going to be battling with Josh. He's got Jack, a little bit of pace. Jack goes wide, actually. Alfie Bevan and Jack side by side through that corner. Alfie Bevan getting the squeeze. That gives him the inside for the next corner, however. Once you've got your car in there at this track, it bloody stays there. You're not going to, get past once you have your nose down the inside. Well, you are going to get past, but the driver will concede. Anyways, I'm going to stop waffling. Josh has already pulled out a 1.5 second gap as all of our drivers here file their way through the narrow streets here at Macau. I'm just going to get this nice shot of these guys coming through. Anto down in 11th at the moment. Very crucial that he picks up more points here as Jack is certainly not out of the woods. Actually, Ali Adamchi getting away from Jack already. And Alfie Bevan, Ben Hayes, very close behind. Ben already looking feisty for 4th. Whoa! Collision there for Lucas Boyschel coming out of the sharp left-hander. I believe Master getting a bit involved in that, but Master gains a place out of it. See, once the action gets going, it's great racing. Come on, you can't bash this track too hard, Redacted.
Is it racing or is it high-speed parading?
Not high-speed parading. You're going to see it all comes together on that straight. All right, I'm telling you. And look at this, actually. Ben Hayes is actually looking super, super hungry for a move. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I think he's going to be able to put a move on Alfie here on the straight. If he stays patient and just stays behind him for now, he should be able to get him.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Alfie is pretty much bottled up behind Jack at the moment. Doesn't seem to be able to get past. But Ben looking very feisty for it. Ben's going to get 2 slipstreams worth, essentially, with a good exit out the last corner as well. He is right on Alfie Bevan's tail. At the end of the first lap, it is Josh who still leads. Ali Adamcha has moved his way up 2 positions, now moves ahead of Jack and Alfie Bevan in 2nd place. But Ben Hayes is going to be absolutely barreling up to the back of Alfie Bevan. You are right, look at him gaining little by little. Like, the sense of speed here is awesome, I can't lie. I don't know if it's like the slight bit of motion blur or what, but the sense of speed is great. Follows him, sticks behind him, stays in that slipstream. Side by side they now go into the next right-hander. Ben around the outside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? No, he is not. Well, Alfie Bevan takes his line as intended, and Ben Hayes is unfortunately not able to make up any positions there.
G750 has crashed in turn 2.
Yes, G750 has in fact crashed on turn 2. High-speed incident for him there. Anto, however, is dropping place at the moment. This could be...
No, this is a disaster for Mr. Olivier.
This is really a disaster. Alfie Bevan holding back Ben Hayes for now, but 1st and 5th for that team. That could be really big at the moment. Anto was set to bag about 8 points from his starting position, but now he's only set to bag a fraction of that.
I believe it's 2.
2 points, you would be correct, from his current position, and every point is scoring points, this race. So you just need to be...
Yes, I do believe that's how that works. Every point scores points.
Okay, I'm losing my mind here. Every position that you could have in this race scores points. There you go. There's 15 people in this race. Points extend to the top 15. Alfie Bevan is still right behind Jack Olivier. Jack Olivier just actually isn't catching up to Ali at the moment. It just, even when Jack has, for example, less practice or no practice on a track, he'll still just, pull away from people and, be able to get those wins, out from other people's grasp. But right here, he is very much under pressure from the 2 drivers behind and pretty much in no real big way gaining on the guy in front of him. Josh Brooks, in the meantime, 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Ben now puts his car up to the left of Alfie Bevan. Side by side, they're going to be going down into the next corner. Is Ben going to be ahead by the time when they're into the corner? Alfie Bevan, as I've said, you have the inside here. It's likely going to be your corner, but Ben not taking that for an answer and gets the way better exit through that corner. Alfie's line compromised to the outside again. Ben loves the outside. He's going to make it so he breaks it. But Ben, again, with that wider line, but he knows they've got that straight coming up, and he is going to be right on the back of Alfie Bevan. Ben Hayes following him super closely.
New fastest lap of the race that lap, 2:27.5 from Josh.
2:27.5, that is a lot quicker than many people's quali laps. And Josh Brooks already out there within the same pace. Side by side, they're going to go through this next corner. Ben has to yield. Oh,
1.3 seconds quicker than Polybius and Jack Olivier last lap.
Goodness me, he isn't completely clean air. He is doing well out there at the front. Jack is still 1.5 seconds off the back of Jack Olivier, but Alfie Bevan battling it here with Ben Hayes has spread out this little group of 3. just that bit more. And now he waits till they get closer again. But Ben Hayes, I have the feeling, I don't know, we're gonna see if it was just Jack holding him up, or if Ben really has the pace to challenge Alfie Bevan here in this race. 3 laps in we are now. Josh Brooks leads comfortably in first place. It's just going to be a matter of making no mistakes whatsoever. Jack Olivier, however, as I'm talking about mistakes, seems to have caught up to Ali. And that's the thing. That's the part what I like a lot about this track. What you do is throughout this section, section where you cannot overtake, if you're getting close to someone makes a mistake, you can't get past them throughout this whole section, and you're going to suffer from it, because if someone ahead of you makes a mistake, you get close to them, but you can't get past. So that just brings the guy behind you, reels them in with you, and you get these sort of 3D chess battles, I'll call them, along the long straight where it's the only place you can overtake. So I'd say it's a real funny one of a circuit with its complete contrasts, providing some interesting action and dynamics. But all still pretty close, and together they are at the moment. Jack Olivier is second up on his best that lap, still a little bit off of Josh's best time, but yeah.
Alfie Bevan with the quickest Sector 2 this lap.
Is that so?
Quickest of the race.
Quickest of the race, goodness me. Yeah, it's the speed laps, and I believe that is Alfie Bevan with the quickest lap of the race, keeping Jack Olivier ahead of him. Honest, he's only within about a second of him.
That is a fact. Alfie Bevan just went 1/10 quicker than Josh that lap.
That is indeed true. He's speeding. He has the pace for that win, but still got 2 cars between him and the leader if he wants to get anywhere near that victory. Yeah, 5 laps left. Again, it's always funny seeing the BMWs around here, because them and the Mercedes, as Alfie hits the wall, are the only ones which you're going to see fishtailing out of corners. Lucas Boyschel loses a position. He might be set to lose another one. Lucky 7 coming right past him, and will he make the move stick? No, he won't. Very cautious on the inside there, but Lucas Boyschel takes 8th place, reluctantly, I imagine, after a bit of an incident for him. So with the points as they are currently, it's 36 for River Racing and 18 for MR Olivier's. So that's going to be 18 points gained, and that's going to leave a gap of only 9 points, I believe. 9 points going into the final race of the season. So that could be pretty interesting at the moment if things stay as they are. Alfie Bevan, however, see, this is the worry, because Jack is the big points haul bringer in this race. He can't be losing any positions, can't be sacrificing anything here in this race. He needs to stay in that podium position, because if he drops one more rung down, that's a whole 4 points lost in their championship fight. But Alfie Bevan, I think he's really got the pace to challenge. He's still done about 7/10, a whole lap on. And what are his sector times like, Redacted?
Alfie Bevan is just on the race best Sector 2. Jack improved in Sector 2 and is just a little bit slower than Alfie.
I see. Jack actually overall quicker that lap. But I want to say that was because sorry, yawning. As Alfie did clatter the wall a little bit on that final corner and lost a bit of time there. It's about 1.5 seconds off the back now of Jack Olivier. Josh Brooks still leads, but Ali Ardenshaw 2 seconds behind him. You look at it like that, and there's really not that much in it still between these top guys, you know?
Not much. Anto did pick up a position that lap, so he's going to grab another point out of that.
Oh, that is true indeed. He picks up 1 extra point. 8 seconds off of the next source of points. But interesting predicament here, and it's something that I think has happened to Alfie all throughout this season, something which he hasn't really been able to rectify ever since it happened way back in the first round, is the tires. You know, some of the BMW drivers around have had it. It's, you know, a thing when you're in these rear-wheel drive cars. You have to worry more about your tire temps, and they wear a bit quicker. But Alfie Bevan again losing about a second on this lap alone, just through, I could see he was just sliding into barriers, sliding around, not having grip left in those tires. So maybe
8/10 loss through sector 1 to Jack.
I see. But it's quite funny here at Macau. You know, one wrong corner, no runoff or whatever, you're hitting a barrier, losing a few tenths. So Alfie Bevan actually gains back about 5-6 tenths just in that little section right there, and with a very clean little bit right there, he's back within 1.5 of Jack. It seems in that third sector he is able to get that little bit closer. Toko Matobo in the meantime very, very close to the back of Master. Yeah, we don't not allowed overtaking here in that hairpin, but he is going to be right behind Master into the next section. Whoa, he clatters the wall, took it a little bit too tight there, and loses a bit of time to the man he's pursuing. See what those times are like as they come in. 2:27.7 from Josh. A little bit of a slower lap time, 5 tenths off from Alfie Bevan. Mario Weigl, however, very close to the back of Anto at the moment. One of the closest battles on track at the moment. Five tenths now, the gap between these two. About almost a second quicker that lap was Mario Weigl. 6 tenths now. I think the BMW with that better straight line speed, quite possibly. And so pulling away just a little bit. Lucas Boyschel, in the meantime, battling with Master, very close behind. But he's got the whole windy section of the circuit to contend with up ahead of him. Oh, Master clats the barrier, however. That's going to give Lucas a real boost right there.
Yeah, he may have hit the barrier, but Lucas is in that section of track where you just can't overtake. You pretty much park the car right in the middle and stop any chance of overtaking.
Yep, there's really not much you can do at the moment. It's about biding your time this track. You just have to keep yourself honest, keep the guy in front honest throughout this whole section, and then, you know, God willing, you'll have that straight line speed when it comes to the long straight section in the final part of the lap. And then that's where you got to make it count. Lucas flashing his lights a lot, intriguingly. I wonder why.
Because, you know, just angry German touring car driver.
Yeah, average BMW driver behind you on the motorway.
You'll see that a lot this weekend during the 24 hours of Spa.
Ah, yes. Even though it's not multi-class, you're going to see a hell of a lot of lapping. I think they have 60 cars in that grid. It's something insane. So a lot of lapping, a lot of angry pro class teams flashing anyone less superior than them.
A lot of angry pro class drivers flashing dentists that decided to go racing on the weekend.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll be telling those trundling dentists to get the hell out of the way. But yeah, Grandster Hayes is watching as well. Granny Hayes. Come on, Ben, shift those gears. I have spoken. That is probably the best comment we've received on our Twitch, like ever, full stop. Thank you so much for your support.
Do we have the official Ben Hayes fan club in the Twitch chat?
Oh, we do. We always do. I don't know if you've been following AF3 much, but almost every race we get often an entourage of Ben Hayes supporters. You've got Captain Hayes 9. You've got the Ledge Hayes. You've got others as well. There's always a cast of them following their talented racing driver Ben Hayes. Beth Jones as well. Fan club is definitely it. Oh, that is great. I love seeing this. It's so fun.
It's definitely just Ben running bots.
Weasel Witchcraft in 12th place has binned it. And that is Anto coming up right behind them. Oh, interesting rejoin right there. Anto and Mario Vagel are going to get bottled up by that one.
Yeah, but, you know, maybe with that crash, Anto can get another position back, gain another point or two. I don't know what it is at that position, and help his team out in the championship.
Exactly. Oh my god, we've got like 4 or 5 of them in this chat now. Jeez, I've awakened them. But yeah, the Ben Hayes fans continue to support. Ben Hayes chilling in 5th, having his own little race at the moment. He's going to be hoping for some fireworks up ahead, because that is the one way he'll get back into this. And speaking of fireworks, meanwhile, while we've been focusing on that battle at the back, we have Alfie Bevan now within 7/10 of Jack Levy up ahead. Only 7/10 now separating these two guys. Josh Brooks still keeping himself in good nick out at the front. Eight tenths now, 7/10. He's going to be getting nice and close to the end. V-Wolves with a little bit of an incident there. Some collision, as Mosquito says. Paradisi, you know, quiet buddy. But anyways, 7/10 now. Jack seemingly taking this set of corners a bit better than him, but this will be crunch time. After this lap, actually, you know, yeah, at the end of this lap, that will be Alfie's final chance to actually get Jack on the start-finish straight. That is not what is gonna help him in that aid. Oh, yeah, that is a fair few bumps. Commentator's curse. I'm gonna leave him be for the time being. I'm gonna go with Mario Vagel and Anto for the time being, see how this pans out. Only a few tenths separated them as they go into the final straight. Mario Vagel, I think, just about within slipstream at the moment. 4 tenths now the gap. It's getting a little smaller and smaller and smaller. But yes, as I was saying before, after this lap, there will be one sort of final chance to make a move, in my opinion, in this race. That'll be on the start-finish straight at the start of our 9th and final lap. Vessel Vischer tumbles down the order down to 30. No, he's up to 14th. Sorry.
14th, yeah.
And Anto, however, still harassed a little bit by Mario Vagel. It's going to be a matter of him. He's probably the one with points to lose at the moment out of the Olivier pairing. But he's fighting on in there, holding off Mario Vagel for the time being. Jack, in the meantime, Alfie Bevan, unless Jack makes some sort of error, will be no threat to him. Jack Levy just has to maybe hope that Ali has some sort of error potentially. Lucky 7 in 8th place has had an off. He's going to be sitting there for a little while. He's teleported back to pits, actually. That's another position that could be given to Anto. It's going to end how he started, it seems.
He had a 12-second gap to pull around there. I don't know why he would teleport back to pits there, unless he was out of fuel or something.
That is a very, very interesting decision. I feel very, very impulsive at that moment in time. Very interesting move there. I can't think of why that would be appropriate. These two still going. A bit of a gap there between the two of them. Maybe Mario Vagel having a bit of a slip up. But I believe... Interesting one there. As I was saying at the start of the race, it's going to be pretty much as they started. Jack Levy clattering the wall there. Still no real threat from behind. But yeah, it's going to be as they started in terms of points. So a currently, unless anything happens to Anto, it's going to be 12 points gained for River Racing, I do believe. Actually, no, it won't be. It'll be 15 points gained. 15 points gained for River Racing, which will bring them to within 12 points of the MR Olivier's. And this last race is going to be where the sparks fly, ladies and gentlemen. Could be very, very interesting.
Jack a little sideways through that corner.
Sideways all around, but getting very close to Ali.
Yeah, he's going right up on Ali on this final lap.
Exactly, but
Vivos is off.
Vivos off at the moment. Yeah, he's going to have to get moving because Anto's blasting around the corner just ahead of him. Sorry, just behind him. This is a really good setup. This is actually quite an interesting finale. Redacted, you're a moderator in our chat, right? Or you're able to? Yeah. I'm not sure if I can. Can I mute ProDZ? For some reason, if I tried to like.
I already muted him for 10 seconds, and he came back and said the same thing.
Yeah, he came back. So, yeah. There you go. Anyways, enough about that. Josh Brooks crosses the line to take the win here in race 1 at Macau in our finale, and the championship battle spices up that little bit more. Ali Adamchuk comes across the line in second. A good performance from him after starting 4th. Jack Olivier finishes where he started in 3rd. Alfie Bevan finishes 4th after conceding 2 positions. Ben Hayes comes home in a great 5th. His family obviously very, very happy and impressed with that performance, and doing a very, very important bit for the team in that position. Togo comes across the line in 6th place. Master in 7th with a good result there. Really, really good debut season for him. He's had some solid results all across the board. Lucas Wurschel comes across the line in 8th place, followed by Kevin in 9th. Vivos rounds the final corner. And if all goes to plan, he's going to be finishing in 10th place. And so it comes across the line in 11th. Let's look at the progress for these guys. And so lost a couple positions there. Jack Olivier kept them. Ben didn't move any. Josh didn't move any. And we now have a 12-point gap in the championship standings. This could be really interesting. We're going to see how the reverse grid sorts itself out. That could be really interesting. And it's going to be even more interesting because we're going to see... it's going to be actually... Yeah, very interesting. I keep saying that word. But Ben Hayes will be starting ahead of Jack Olivier. Meanwhile, Josh Brooks will be starting behind. So we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a MR Olivier sandwich here, don't you think?
I'm sorry, I have to step away for a second. What was the question?
You're totally fine, man. I'm just saying that Josh and Ben are going to be sandwiching Jack in this last race on the grid. If you look, we've got Jack in 3rd. Josh will be starting right at the back. And that's the thing. These guys are going to be hoping for some sort of crash, some sort of pile up here in the first few corners, maybe, because it could be very interesting in terms of actually making their way up the order. Besides that, but I think the pace difference is such that they could definitely climb their way back up. But yeah, what do you think of that? It could be quite interesting with the sandwich of Jack.
Yeah, that could play into it. I'm gonna go with the bold race 2 prediction, and there's going to be a crash in turn 2 of this race.
Yep, that is
high speed right-hander. You're not allowed to overtake. Never stopped anybody before.
Very true. It has never stopped anyone. As our 2 AF races here in the past have showed us. And mine and Josh's maneuver in turn 2 will most certainly show as well that even in the most high-pressure situations, actually in the most high-pressure situations, you tend to just forget the rules for a second. But yeah, and go for stuff that then doesn't even help you and proceeds to just mess you up.
It's okay. Even professionals forget the rules in high-pressure situations. Just look at Michael Massey.
True. Very true. But yes, on that...
Speaking of forgetting the rules, how about Haas pulling a Racing Point move and just straight up copying the Ferrari?
Yep, they weren't kidding when it was going to be a white Ferrari. I didn't know they meant like fully visually. Like, they straight up like own that. They were like, yeah, we have copied it. We're gonna tell you like before we even get to the track, we have copied their car. And I thought it'd be like, you know, under the hood stuff, like it's gonna be as quick as a Ferrari type thing. But no, they've just Gunther Steiner was just unashamed in the way they just pretty much copied that car.
And it's not working.
It really isn't. The practice sessions are demonstrating that quite well.
You know what else isn't working? That weird, obscure, probably rule-breaking rear wing of the Aston Martin.
Yep, Aston Martin rule breaking, a pair made in heaven. But yeah, I will on that note, I'm gonna get to the grid here. Starting as a 1-2, we have the swan song of the Rimowa team. G750 will be parting ways, or leaving the team after this season, I believe. But yeah, sorry, I've just got a call from someone. I had to put it away. G750 will be starting on pole position. Starting behind them, his teammate Vessel Wishart will be starting second place. Third will be Mario Weigl. Fifth, and fourth, very crucially, will be Anto. Very crucial in the championship battle. V-Wolfs then is in fifth, ahead of Kevin in sixth. Lucas Bushel starts 7th. Master in 8th. Togo Turbo starts 9th, ahead of Ben Hayes in 11th, followed by Alfie Bevan, Jack Olivier, Ali Adamchuk, Josh Brooks, and Lucky 7 joins on the back of the field. Interesting there. So, not too long till lights out here at Macau for the final race of the championship.
How did Lucky 7 end up last? Shouldn't he be first?
Maybe he left the server or something. I'm really not sure, actually. He should be first, I guess. He finished last in the end, I believe. Yeah, very confusing there. I'm really not sure what happened. But without further ado, the lights are empty as we speak. That is
We need to get that sound effect that they use on the F1 broadcast when the lights turn on.
We do, but 6 red lights. And away we go here at Macau. A very silent start. I apologize that the sound doesn't really work, but G750 getting a very slow start. Vessel rolling into the middle of the track. That is a very interesting start from him. And we are seeing side-by-side action right from the get-go.
Is that Jack up about 5 places already?
No, that's Anto, I believe. Actually, that is Jack in 8th. Jack is in 8th. The River Racing boys, both fairly far down. Are we going to see any sort of accident here? No accident. Your prediction is wrong here today.
But Ben Hayes staying ahead of Jack, importantly, in the River Racing car.
Ben Hayes staying ahead of Jack. Anto dives ahead of Ben, but I think Anto has sent it a bit too far. Oh, a bit of a pile up there, and that's Anto in the wall. No. Oh, he sent it way too deep there from him, and that, I believe, is a safety car. How has it all panned out here? Jack Olivier in 6th, behind Ben Hayes in 5th. Ben Hayes managed to slip his way up into that position. Very interesting what happened there. A bit of a pile up later than you thought. I think at turn 3 it was.
Yeah, it looked like Anto just sent it too deep on his own.
Sent it too deep on his own, went right through Ben as well. Seemed to come up the inside. A bit of a kerfuffle there, but Ben seemingly made it up into 5th place. Start of nightmares for Vessel, who just rolled off the start. I'm really not sure what happened there. No litres of fuel in the car, who the hell knows? But Mario Weigl, now in the lead of the race. G750, the only Rimowa boy up in the higher echelons of points at the moment. But yeah, as it stands currently, that will be 17 points for River and 10, 12 for Olivier's. So just gonna miss out at this present moment by 7 points. River do not have enough of an advantage at this moment in time to take that championship. but it's going to be very, very crucial here on the restart. Josh Brooks not far behind, down in 11th actually. Jack Olivier up in 6th with what he would imagine, I think in his mind, as an open road ahead of him.
As we go slowly through the Melco hairpin. Should be getting the restart underway here right after Anto gets through that hairpin.
And no, I'm not taking count to drops here, I don't believe. But it's a general idea of how it's looking. So we come around the final corner. Second to last corner. A lot of weaving going on there.
And you know, this BMW's got to get those rear tires warm.
They really do. Or they will be slipping and sliding. Aliadic also not to be discounted. Jack Levy in a bit of a tight spot. He's got some slower guys ahead in the top 4, but he's beset on both sides by speedy dudes. Could be really interesting on this restart. Mario Weigel.
Could have a really interesting Polaris racing move from Ali here into turn 2 on Jack.
Could indeed, and in light of that, we're going to follow Ali through this restart. Ben Hayes already putting a maneuver through on 4th place Jack, trying to give Ali the squeeze, but Ali not having any of it. Ali now has the inside for the next corner. Jack to the outside, Ali to the inside. Ben Hayes is already up into 4th. Ali already up past Jack Olivier. Jack Olivier is going to have to give him that spot, but no. Ali with the slightly more compromised line is going to have to come right across to cover from Lucas Boyschel. An absolute rocket coming up through the standings. All slowing down to make it through the 3rd corner, and a bit of a car park there. Josh Brooks already up to 8th. Jack Olivier down in 6th. Ali Amcha in 7th still. And that is
Ben Hayes up to P2.
Ben Hayes in 2nd. Ben Hayes about to take the lead of this race. Round the outside of G750, they make contact. Ben to the outside. Is he going to make a mistake? Yes, he is. Ben takes the lead of this race. And Ben
G750
leads.
Being where he is only going to help Ben Hayes stretch out this gap through this hard to overtake part of the track.
This is exactly what he wants. Chaos behind, but Ben Hayes somehow pulls ahead. Ben Hayes leads this race now, and the gap he's pulling out is already significant. We're going to go back to intervals just to keep an eye on how this is all going. Jack Olivier in 5th. Anto down in last place at the moment. Josh Brooks in 8th. But Ben Hayes crucially in the lead. This could be huge for the championship. Ben is just going to focus on getting that lead bigger and bigger. Alfie Bev and Ali Archer battling away, but they're all so close. We're going to see another huge slipstream battle coming into that onto the straights. Look at them all filing through. So many damn cars. Lord above. Oh, a little bit of a parking lot way back there at the back. Goodness.
Look at the gap Ben Hayes has put on G750 this
That
lap.
is a gap and a half. G750 absolutely holding up this entire field.
Is that G750 or is that Fernando Alonso?
This is defending like a lion, if I've ever seen it. Goodness gracious. Magic Alonso, as he's called sometimes. Oh my goodness. Mario Weigel is eager to get past him. He realizes he's the cork in the bottle. And him and everyone else behind is going to be looking to get through. Alfie Bevan and Ali Adam just switching points in the meantime. Jack Olivier in 5th. Alfie Bevan and that lot not far behind. Josh Brooks also not far behind them. But Josh Brooks, he has that win in the bag. He has 8 P8. He knows Anto's far back. He knows Ben is in the lead. And he... Go on.
I believe River Racing is tentatively in the lead of the championship.
I believe so, but Jack is just right behind this battle here. Are they going to make it 3 wide potentially? Jack with the better run sticks it to the outside, gets cut across. Is it going to be 3 wide going to this corner? It is almost 3 wide. Jack has to stick behind. Whoa, comes across. That's a collision. Jack is, oh my God. Jack is just about surviving. Whoa, what just happened? But whoa, we have a collision. We have a pile-up. It's happened, ladies and gentlemen. The crash at T2 has occurred. Josh Brooks up into 4th through all of that. Oh my Lord. That was never going to work. That felt like a race against it to me. No one gave each other enough room. And it all just came to a head. It all just collapsed in on them. But Jack Olivier right behind Josh Brooks now. Oh my lord, we've still got G750 and Mario Weigel in second and third. 3 laps in. This is thrilling.
We've now got G750 in second, but most importantly, we have both river racing drivers ahead of the Oliviers.
Both indeed. And that puts them. I mean, I'm just going to go by the amount of points because I think we have drops to account for still as well. People disconnecting in the meantime. Currently it sits at 38 points from this race for the river racing crew. However, for MR Olivier's, it sits at 14 points. That is a 24 points difference when they only needed 12. So we're gonna see how this all pounds out. Oh, engine died for Vivos. That is so sad. So sorry to hear that, dude. At least you can watch the rest of this awesome championship battle here with us right now. Just gonna move my graphics around a little bit, get them looking a little bit more comfy. But as we slowly make our way around these final few bits towards the restart area, you're left wondering what more could this race throw up? What more surprises? This is one of those cases, I think, of safety cars breeding safety cars. So I'm not going to try and prophesize it, but let's hope it doesn't turn into that. When does Alonso Corsa train, Diego, you ask? Well, I'll have a look at the like, you know, the track map at some points in some races this season. It's almost a little bit of a meme. I'm not saying Alonso's bad, it's just that he ends up in these situations where he creates DRS trains.
I don't know who is doing it, but somebody is updating the spreadsheet for the points as we speak.
Oh my goodness, are they? Are they accurate?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who's doing it, but someone's doing it as we speak. I'm watching it happen live.
Wow. I mean, I guess you keep me updated then. I mean, we will put a disclaimer that that may not be accurate, but
after race 1, Josh was at 185 points by himself, and Jack was at 279.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, we're about to get underway here again. Ben Hayes accelerates away. We are back underway here in Macau. Jack Olivier right behind Josh Brooks. Ali Alger close behind him. Ali Alger gaining on Jack at the moment. Josh moving ahead a little bit. Ali to the outside of Jack. Jack going to have a slightly compromised line to this corner. The outside can be more powerful here. Are they going to make it through okay? Yes, they are. Side by side, they still are. Jack with a slightly better line through the corner. Whoa! Ballsy move. Massive maneuver across the track there for Jack Olivier. Oh, sorry, it was Ali Ardmcher. But Jack getting through somewhat safely, getting biffed and boffed around. But Josh up to third now. Meanwhile, Ali getting stuck. Turbo spins around. That is a lot of cars in a lot of strife there in the background. Is that enough for a safety car? That is Ben going slowly. We have a safety car. And Josh Brooks is second now. Oh my goodness me. It is a River 1-2 at the moment.
The gap provisionally with drop races was 30 points. Olivier's 356, River Racing 326.
I see. Wait, is that before the Macau or before race 2?
That is before race 2.
I see. Okay, that's what the points were like. Okay. Goodness me. Oh my god, this is intense. I mean, River currently sit on maximum points here in this race through some means or another. They've made their way up. Josh Brooks fighting his way up into second place. Ben still leading. Jack Olivier in 5th, Anto in 11th place in the moment. Is there a 30 points difference there? It's 45 points they now sit on, the River Racing duo.
As it stands right now, if the race ended right now, River Racing would win the championship by 9 points.
That is the way it looks like right now.
That's with the 1-2 and Jack finishing 5th and Anto finishing 11th.
Yep.
And then Polaris Motorsport a distant third.
A distant third, just to clarify.
299.
Far away, nowhere to be seen.
But I'd be willing to bet that Jack can make short work of the two people in front of him.
Could very well do. Could very well do, unless we see more chaos. Lap 4 of 9 at the moment. Feels like we should be further into this race. But Ben Hayes is going to take us for this restart.
Whoever is updating the spreadsheet, I'm sure you're in the Twitch chat and can hear this. Can you show us what it would look like if Jack finished 3rd in this race?
All right, they go away once again. Josh is still in 3rd. G750 actually not very far behind, but we have almost 3 wide here. These guys just I worry that we'll cause another collision here. People bumping off the walls. That is one car moving around and side to side all over the place. Jack Olivier up to 4th, however. Kevin and Mario Weigel battling for the positions behind, but Jack Olivier, whoa! Kevin flies into the corner and absolutely clatters the barrier. I think we're all good though. It's just Kevin at this moment in time.
And Olivier 3rd.
And Olivier is up to 3rd. Anto in 11th, actually in 11th still. Okay, now it begins. Jack Olivier, oh, very, very wide there, clattering the barrier. Jack Olivier probably just trying to get those tires up to temperature at the moment. However, Alfie Bevan is not far behind. He is only a couple positions behind. As you said, Jack was able to make light work of those guys. Jack may very well be trying to too, but this is the thing. Once you get that clean air, you are gone. You are gone with the win. Jack is already 1.8 seconds ahead of the guys behind him. Ali Adamcha falls down a few more places. Alfie Bevan looking for a way around Mario Weigel and G750.
It's giving another point to Olivier's because that'll move Anto up into the top 10.
Exactly. Oh, Alfie Bevan, is he going to go for a move there? No, he's not. Just trying to get himself slowed down. G750 and Mario Weigel collide. Completely paves the way for Alfie Bevan to come right through and up into 4th place. Sogo Turbo hot on his heels with G750 and Mario Weigel having their own little adventure down the pack. They go. Jack Olivier pursuing the 2 River Racing drivers now for the time being. Going to be the crucial thing now. I'll be watching those lap times between Alfie Bevan and Jack Olivier, seeing how close they get and where Anto can make it, because it is 3rd and 10th for those two, but 1st and 2nd for the River Racing dudes.
And provisionally the points stand at 3-7-1 River Racing, 3-6-2 Olivier's.
Do they? Okay. So it is still a River Racing win at this present moment. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so that's giving the fastest lap to Ben Hayes.
I see. Ah, all right. Well, Josh Truex has just yoinked it at this present. I mean, whichever of them has it, it goes to the team, so.
That is correct, yes. So the point will stay with River Racing, but we'll just change drivers.
Exactly. Mario Weigel and G750 still battling. G750 losing positions, actually. And now holding up lucky 7. But good stuff going on here. 6 out of 9 laps race. Josh Brooks and Ben Hayes switch positions. Team orders, it seems, playing a part there. Josh Brooks, the faster driver, I believe, on pace. And it's going to make his way up ahead. Jack getting a little bit rowdy there.
Yep, putting the rear quarter into that tire barrier.
Yeah, not going to help for pace right there. Going to be interesting to see how he fares, as Ben falls a good chunk behind Jack at the moment. Sorry, behind Josh at the moment. But these guys all super, super close. Coming up from San Francisco Hill. Ali Allen, Lucky 7, side by side. Ali to the inside. Does he look up the inside of Lucas Boyschel? No, he does not. Lucas Boyschel maintains 7th. Ali is up into 8th. Bit of a recovery from him.
Somehow Anto has lost 2 positions, falling to 12th. We missed that.
He has indeed. I'm sorry that I missed that, but he goes round the outside of G750. G750 seemingly wall riding. Just wants to be with his teammates, to be fair, at this point, I imagine. But Anto in 11th. 1 position lost as it stands. Lucas Bushel moves up into 6th. Ali falls down to 6th. Actually, it's Mario Weigel losing positions at the moment. Jack Olivier 1.2 seconds behind Ben Hayes. Jack is going to be racing the race of his life here at the moment, trying to get back those points. Anto back, well, actually not back up, he was in 10th previously, but is in 11th still. Oh, nail-biting stuff here, nail-biting stuff. We have a great midfield battle as well, just to be an appetizer for the moment. Oh, it's Diego updating the spreadsheet. With drop races. Whoa, Lucas Bushel, Ali Armstrong.
Yeah, this is with drop races. We're now at a 10-point gap between River and Olivier's. Purple laps all around, is looking like. Check the live timings, and the fastest lap is now Jack Olivier, 2:28.3.
That is true indeed, my friend. 1.3, he now is behind Ben Carlito Hayes.
Bringing the gap to 9 points between the teams. 9 points, yeah. 2 laps to go.
It could come down to fastest lap points.
What is the what's the difference between a second and a third place finish? It's not 9.
It's 4 points.
4?
Yep.
So even if Jack gets that, he still needs Anto to come up another 4 or 5 positions.
Yep. Whoa, that will not help things whatsoever. Jack clatters the barrier there.
The name of this corner was really Maternity Bend.
What?
Maternity, like you have your track info on, and one of the corners names is Maternity Bend.
Maternity Bend, goodness me. I'm gonna put down for that, but Jack, right on the back of Ben Hayes, side by side they now go. Don't know why you're trying to move there. Round the outside goes Jack. That is monumental. That is something.
That's gonna make it what, about a 2-point gap?
Thereabouts.
Because Ben will lose the 4 points, Jack will gain them. That's an 8-point swing.
8-point swing.
The
four says Diego. 4 says Diego.
Whoa!
Jack getting the rear end out a fair bit.
Yep. 366, 362.
Jeez, so close. So it would be even if Jack got to the lead, but River retained the fastest lap. Oh, Jack's just in the. Sorry, Anto just getting the position. Anto's up to 10th now, but Ben and Jack still battling.
So we'll be at a 3-point gap, 363 to 366.
Jack is making mistakes left and right. He's been hitting barriers. You know, doesn't seem like his usual style.
You know, I saw a thing on our sim racing yesterday about the psychology of racing and how if you're following somebody and they make a mistake, odds are they will make another mistake. So just sit there and wait for it.
So you think mistakes breed mistakes? I see. Josh.
Well, I think once you make the mistake, if you're under pressure from somebody behind and you make a mistake, you're like, oh man, I just made that mistake, and you're thinking about it, and then you're not focused on what you're doing.
Gotcha. Well,
was that Polivia stealing the fastest lap?
That was Ali stealing the fastest lap. Lucas Boyschel
28-0, Polivia's fastest lap.
But Anto's in 9th. Jack clatters the barrier again. That brings Ben back into the equation. 5/10 now the gap. Is Ben going to try something crazy on Jack like he did to him a few laps ago? 2/10 is now the gap. Coming up San Francisco Hill. I'm going to watch out for maternity or lignum Ben. This is as we go into. I'm I'm waiting for it. Maternity Ben! There you go. You were not kidding. Fucking hell. Nice corner names. Thank you, Macau. Ben is 4/10 behind Jack Olivier. But keep in mind, Anto has moved up to 9th. Lucas Boychel left the race and rejoined. Now puts him down in 13th place. Oh, hitting the barrier again. Jack losing momentum there. Oh my god, this is so close.
I'm wondering if that BMW just has a straight line speed advantage, so Jack can kind of do what he wants here, because you can't pass in these corners.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, we've seen it proven by him. If you fuck up bad enough, you can lose so much speed that you can really just be under threat, you know? Like Jack managed to make it work on Ben, you know? Whoa, whoa, late move from Ben. Oh, that looked, from that angle, it looked like a collision. 1 lap left, you ask, Vivos. When they enter this next lap, it's 1 lap. And now with the gap at 4.8 seconds, it seems as if Jack is kind of just condemning his fate at the moment, trying to hold back Ben. Unless Anto can make something crazy happen, this championship could be going the way of River. Ben continues to follow Jack close, swings out to the side, knows how powerful the outside line can be here, especially if you're further ahead at the corner. It can really benefit you, and ahead goes Ben Hayes. Compromises line just a little bit. He's going to be under threat here from Jack. Side by side, bumper to bumper they go. Alfie Bevan in the meantime, 2.6 seconds now the gap. If these two have a collision, these two keep battling this hard, it could really come close in this last section. Jack right on the tail of Ben. Gonna sit behind him. He knows to wait for his time. He's probably lifting off maybe a little bit here, but it's gonna follow him. Oh! Ben has collided with the barrier. Ben just about okay, but Jack makes it ahead. Was he too close? Was there a collision? Was that Ben's fault on his own? Very, very interesting late development here, and Ben could be under threat from Alfie Bevan. 3 points, I believe, is up for grabs in that situation. Well, 3 points could change around. Anto still in 9th place. Ali Adams just still holds the fastest lap. Ben just about saving that, but that battle looks just about settled, I would say, unless Jack makes some significant errors. Josh Brooks on course for what could possibly be a double win here at Macau. I do not remember the last time Josh has done that, or anyone other than Ali. I think Alfie Bevan might have made. Actually, I think Alfie Bevan was the one who did that in this season. I think Ben might have some damage though. That was strong impacts there with the wall. And he's going to have to be really careful with Alfie Bevan so close behind here. Alfie Bevan overtakes him. I really don't know where this leaves the championship. If Alfie gets Ben, it's a tie. It's a tie redacted. Oh no, Ben goes a little bit wide. Alfie is absolutely on his tail on the last lap here of the race. Alfie could be the one to decide this championship potentially. Josh is probably going to be pushing as hard as he can right now, trying to snatch away that fastest lap again. Ben Hayes definitely with damage. He's hitting every wall on the circuit. Just about still ahead of Alfie. He's going to be praying for a good exit here. Going into the Melco hairpin. Ben Hayes still ahead. Is he going to be able to stick it? Oh, bit of a shabby exit there. Alfie Bevan is still right on his tail. Ben absolutely desperate to get out of his sights, get out of his way. Cuts to the inside. Ben's still in 3rd. Jack up ahead of him is likely to take 2nd. Josh has the win in his hands. Can Alfie Bevan do anything? Alfie Bevan right behind Ben. He's getting closer, getting closer. 2/10 now the gap. I don't think anything we'll be able to done. Can Ben make it cleanly through this last corner? Alfie goes for a very late dive here. Ben going deep, but Ben holds on to 3rd place. Alfie Bevan has to settle for 4th. Oh my goodness. Josh Brooks takes a win here in a double race win. In a superb effort, supreme effort to take this championship back into River hands. Again, I'm sorry, I would have said the same thing about anyone else who has done that, who has taken the championship back in that way. Incredible performance. Awesome, awesome racing from everyone involved. Anto now across the line in 9th. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This could be juicy.
It's not. It's 366, 363 River Racing.
River Racing, I present, have won the AF3 Season 10 Teams World Championship here at Macau. We're gonna get these guys in here, fucking speedy like. No, don't want AF4 until you want AF3. Let's get those lads in here because we need to hear from them about this race.
Before I start celebrating, what happened final lap turn 2?
What happened final lap turn 2? Actually, if I get Jack in here as well, we could potentially discuss that. I'll put Anto in here as well. Hello, gentlemen. Or Joshua, actually, I guess we'll go to your thing first. What happened final lap turn 2? I mean, I'd have to ask Jack and Ben. It looked like Jack was following Ben very closely, and I didn't see any contact. Ben, contact could have made. I don't know. They'll have to tell me. But
no, he didn't. He didn't hit me. I turned in too early and bounced off the wall.
Yeah, it looked. That's what I was thinking to myself. I saw you. Jack was very close behind. Was worried there could have been an accidental touch there, but you know.
So no collision, no penalty.
Don't believe so. I mean,
It's not penalty worthy.
Holy shit!
Well, there's the reaction there. River Racing have won provisionally, pending any appeals or anything like that. Who knows, or reports, God knows what. River Racing provisionally win the AF3 Season 10 Teams Championship. What do you have to say, Josh, apart from screaming?
Don't believe it!
You came back from a 27 points, I believe, was the gap. 27. So, yeah, double win for you, Josh. Couldn't really, you can't really do more. And Ben, you got 3rd and 5th, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it could have easily been 2nd on that last one, but Jack's just too goddamn quick, man.
Yeah,
hey,
that was.
I still outscored you, Ben. Get
down, fuck off, man.
Fuck off,
I don't think I passed you though, because I missed 3 races. Skull emoji.
But there you go. And Jack, what do you have to say about those races? You fought clearly tooth and nail with the River Boys, and it looked like a real slugging match at some points. But how was that for you as a battle?
This race especially, or
both races? Both races. I mean, we can discuss the whole season at a certain point, but how, especially race 2, that looked really tight.
Well, race 1 I just fucked my start and that was it basically. Then race 2, well, I kind of got really unlucky with some stuff, and Josh went through the field well, so that was it. And Ben went through the field really early as well, so they were just ahead and just catching up behind. When I passed Ben, I was trying to slow him down on purpose so that Alfie would catch up and maybe he would overtake him.
Hamilton technique, nice.
Then Ben just clattered the wall and crashed, and he was 3 seconds behind, so I was gonna wait some extra 3 seconds just to do that again. So I just went off again.
Yeah, indeed, that was quite the clattering. Ben, I mean, how was that difficult to save? It really looked like you were properly at risk of turning the car around, going so quick.
Do you mean the turn 2 thing?
Yeah, the turn 2 thing.
Yeah, no, because you hit that wall, and then before you know it, you're in the next wall, and they're all parallel to you. So it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too awful getting the car back on.
In VR, I shat myself.
God, I can imagine.
I feel like that's every crash in VR.
Yeah, I think if Ben hadn't saved that, we would have lost the championship.
That would have been it, yeah. Because he would have.
How close it came. So
save of the season.
But if he would have,
amazing.
If he had then lost that place, if he had fallen down to 4th, it would have been a tie.
Which would have been Jack, because you know how many wins he got.
That's true. It should have been Jack on countback. So yes, it really was. It was that was the championship preserving save right there. There you go.
Can't believe it.
What do we think, everyone, of the season? The season as a whole. Anyone? I'll take anything from anyone.
I mean,
I missed half of it, but other than that, it was pretty good. I liked the cars.
I loved every race. Every race.
That's wonderful.
Taking me a while to love these cars, but I finally do.
Tracks I hated, I still had a shit ton of fun on, like Nürburgring and Imola. Well, not necessarily hate. I hate Imola. I'm fine with Nürburgring, but I'm shit at both. And I still had a lot of fun in those races, which is usually not the case. If I don't like the track, I usually have a shit time.
Well, there you go. You're able to have.
And today, the Macau by itself is just so much fun that I took myself out 3 times and it was still having fun.
On purpose.
No, not on purpose, but you know.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I mean,
I did turn off my brain once in a while. I'm not gonna lie.
well, there you go. That battling and that definitely feel free to definitely go watch that back on the stream because it got so tense here just watching all the positions change and Josh suddenly pop up from like 5th up to 2nd and Ben flying through the field as well. So yeah.
Race one, my head
everything-
didn't even, like calculate. My race one, my head just didn't work. I was like, oh, I'm P2 now. Oh.
Josh.
being Fernando Alonso.
I was going to say, we owe this championship to G, really.
Yes. Yes.
Do you?
And also, well, I mean, many people.
Well,
This
yeah,
is what
obviously,
going to an Oscar-style
right.
speech. I'd like to thank Pope Francis II,
Yes.
planet
You're
Jupiter and its
English.
moons.
Nan
You're
Shagger
English. You're not
47.
even Roman Catholic. Shut up. Pope Francis II.
It's a reference to a John Cleese bit, so it's still British.
British,
Oh,
mate.
boy. British.
But,
We
So
let the British
between
win.
me, you, and G, we won the championship.
yeah, I think from Ben saving it at turn 2 to me flying through Raikkonen style through that smoke at turn 2, avoiding Ali and Jack's carcasses. Yeah, and G. I don't know what G did, but he did something, I'm sure.
He held up
I
the
mean,
field.
He
for you.
blocked. You guys
made a
pulled out
train
a
through
3-second gap on the field.
We didn't ask him to do that, right?
No. He
Good,
just sort of
good.
did it.
Okay, so no legal issues
Make
there
him
then.
an admin now.
Yeah, make him head admin. That will not look suspicious at all.
Oh yeah, I need to get my PayPal out. I think I need to fill my PayPal up.
Too bad I stole them from
No.
you now.
G's gonna come into his voice chat demanding payment.
You just won the AF3 championship. What are you going to do next?
Give myself my
Jack off.
6th gold name.
Oh boy.
He's gonna jack off.
It's been a year in the making for this.
Oh, it's been a
It feels
year.
so damn good.
Only a year.
Not gonna lie,
Only a year.
mine's only like, I don't know, 1 season old.
Oh man. Well, there you go. Good shit. I absolutely loved watching that. I'm very hyped for the next season as well with the Cupra.
Oh shit, I've got like 20 minutes to get all the sign-ups ready for that. Whoopsie daisy.
Nice.
Just seeing your turn 2, Josh. Good effort.
Yeah, do that so we can go play
That's crazy.
CS:GO afterwards.
Ben, can you do the sign up for me?
Yes, Diego, I can. Yes.
Sign my nuts.
Win
Diego
Chief
and Ben
Championship.
back again.
Leaves. Leaves. Wins team championship. Leaves. The irony.
Does not elaborate further.
The grass is not always greener, as it turns.
No, it is not. Never green.
And River is literally greener, actually. So I'm
Yes.
sure it's-
Yes, it is. I tell you what, after Dijon, I gave up hope. I
Oh,
thought we
really?
were like 46 points behind. We're not going to make this. It's over. And then I think we got a couple of miracles at Las Venturas, and then a couple more miracles at Macau. Like, I won 4 races in a row on the road.
the miracle.
I haven't won that many races consistently ever. Not since like season 2 of AF3, where I won 3 in a row.
Jacking one of them, but okay.
I haven't had
The rest
dinner.
taken.
Yeah, I mean on the road.
It
the
is
rest of-
10:40.
The rest are okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Big funny.
end the stream here. Thank you all for watching this awesome season finale. And definitely be around for the next season where we're gonna pick right back up from where we left off with this great action with.
Did they know that if Alfie had got Ben at the end, it would bring a tie?
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah, they're aware. They're aware.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was-
Yep.
I
And
was
that will
updating
haunt my
the-
nightmares.
Which
I was
would've-
updating the spreadsheets up during the
Oh
race.
god.
Legitimately, this morning, my dream was that in my dream I missed Macau. I missed the Macau race. That was my entire dream.
Wow, what a fun dream! Fucking hell.
Did
What
you
a
see the
fun
last,
day of
fucking
one
dream.
Macau?
I just fucking missed AF3 in Macau. That was the entire
you see
dream.
man and Alfie's last corner, Matty?
Yeah, I saw that. That was so close.
He was inches off making that work.
So close. It could have.
Oh.
It could have so nearly happened, but.
Also because
Yeah,
Paulie
he
had
almost
the
became
button.
he almost became a Nan Shagger 47.
Oh yeah.
It's like it was almost like the end of Cars.
Oh,
Like everyone sort
yeah.
of crashed out on the infield. Like, oh shit. Now what?
Oh
No.
yeah, did my fastest lap taking it away from Jack, did that help at all?
No, you took it away from Josh.
Oh, I took it away from
What?
Josh.
No, you took it. No, you got to have Jack. I didn't have a fastest lap.
No, no,
Basically,
yeah,
No,
I remember
Josh-
Jack getting
It was
it.
Jack had it.
Josh set the fastest lap on the same lap that Polly took it from you. So you
Oh,
had it for all of about
Okay.
25 seconds, Josh.
I honestly don't care because I've never been fast enough in the race to do fastest lap. I've never wanted to do that.
My
You got
fastest
fastest
lap
I
was
just
like
want to be consistent.
I
the
think.
fastest lap was like 27.5 because I still got a shit lap in, but I was in clean air, so it was
First it
enough.
was at first it was Ben, then was Jack, then Josh, then Polly.
Uh-huh.
Move fastest lap. Let's go.
We could discuss this
Yeah,
season and this race for hours,
very much
even
could.
though not a lot happened. At least in my perspective, not a lot happened.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, tomorrow, let me think what we've got. We have got nothing, I don't believe. Well, we have our weekly races. Do not forget those.
Speaking of that, there's no link for the car.
I'm aware because I have
I'ma
asked
do it
Ali.
soon.
Yes, literally tonight, please, because the thing's fucking tomorrow. There's a slight issue with the car that we're using. There's some weird stuff with the LODs, which I don't know how to sort, but Ali does. So, guys, you're counting on Ali to sort out that one out for you. Just let you know.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so be there for the weekly tomorrow. Hopefully that should all be sorted. The link will be up before the race for sure. Let me think. Sunday we will be having, I think, our final race, if I'm correct, of the our current AF1 season.
The swan song, or whatever the equivalent, the bad equivalent of a swan song is.
The swan song. Well, the swan song's sad, and this is sad. But
Your mum.
thanks, Sally. But yeah, we have the
No problem.
finale of AF1 season 11. May she
What
rest
happened to
in
Long Beach?
pieces.
We shortened the season by a race because it was dead.
What, Ali?
Matty, did you see
Oh.
the 3 wide breaking into turn 3?
I saw there was at least
Or, four wide, sorry.
there was, I didn't see how many wide, but there was a lot of cars in there. It got fucking
I think
Yeah,
I
crazy.
did
at
the
one
3
point
wide into turn 3 as well.
me, Togo, I think me, Togo, Vivos, and I don't know the other one. Or either
Might be
Vivos
me.
or Kevin. Either Vivos or Kevin, because one of them was an orange Dutch car.
Could very well have seen that. But there you go. What I was gonna say? Yes. So we have the AF1 finale. And yeah, that just about sort of covers it for the weekend. Also, another weekly on the Sunday. That one's a cool one. Got Peugeot 905 Evo at Laguna Seca. It is not as demisey as you think. It should be good fun, so be sure to check in for that one too. But yeah, I think that's it. Anything else anyone would like to add?
Nothing other than,
The
a
usual.
request to shag your
on
nan.
Sunday.
A request to shag your nan, really, that's it.
24 hours of
Polly,
spa,
permission
that's-
accepted.
Yep, 24 hours.
Ooh.
24 hours of spa, guys. So be sure to tune to that as well, of course. Anyways,
And after the season finale, we'll release the signups for the new season as well.
we will indeed. Those will be coming out, 20 minutes, I believe?
No, he
No,
means AF1.
I meant AF1.
Oh, AF1. Okay, sorry. Well, there you go. Anyways, with that in mind, thank you all for watching and see you very soon. Goodbye.